Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Great White Northerner, and we've got a box of nickels to hunt today. So I just finished watching the stream last night with the competition between North Central Coins and Cadroll Hunting. So that was an awesome time and a lot of fun. Check out their channels if you haven't already. And yeah, well, I thought might as well pull up my box of nickels that I've got here and see what we can find. So usual format, I'm going to pull you in as I find stuff, and we'll review everything at the end. I am changing my equipment a little bit this time, so I'm using my phone today to record this. I had been using it was a point and shoot, but it was a high-end point and shoot that I bought many years ago. But it just does not seem to keep up as far as the focus as I change perspective. So it's a little slow to refocus. So I'm going to try the phone and see how that works. And yeah, we'll test it out. And it's got a light on it as well, which my camera didn't have. So that might help some of the shadowing as well. All right, I will bring you in when I find something. We're off. Forgot to show you the box before, but anyway, we're 3 rolls in. They're all customer wrapped rolls here, and I've got my first find just a few into the roll, and we have a 1939. That does focus so much faster than my camera did. So yeah, 1939. George Head, George the Sixth. So yeah, awesome. Good start. We'll set that one aside, and about a little over 5.5 million of those minted. I'll bring you back in if I find anything else. Alright, we are on roll 6 here, and I've got another find here. So it's a 1964 young head. I flipped it over already to take a look at it, and you can see there that it's 1964. It does not have the extra water line that you're looking for on there, nor does it have the, it's not a Spitting Queen version. You can see there's a bit of a gouge there in front of her mouth, right where that dye chip would be, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just a gouge. So, and there's a nice scratch across her face, so not worth keeping. All right, moving on. We'll see if we can find anything else. Right, roll 7, and we're about 3/4 of the way through that roll, and I did find a 1980. It is not the double date variety though. So, although actually, almost looks like some doubling on that O there. You know, I'll set that one aside and do a little bit more research. I didn't actually notice that the first time I looked at it. If you guys have any input, let me know. But yeah, it actually kind of looks like there might be a bit of a doubling on the O. I'll have to take a look at what where the doubling's supposed to be on that. All right, maybe we've got to find. I'll let you know by the end of the video. Okay, same roll, and we have a 1965 here. Just need to check that for the detached jewel. And it is attached, so no find there. And I just thought I'd bring you back in on this 1980. So I did look it up. The 1980 doubling is actually all along the bottom of the date and Canada. So that is, sorry, I was looking at the screen, but the camera wasn't. So yeah, so it'd be all along the bottom here. And that, now that I look at that again, that was just a shadow, obviously. So there's no doubling at the top there at all. All right, that's it. We're on roll 10, and we have another find here. So this is the 2001 variant with the no P on the back. Found lots of 2001s with a P on it. This is the no P one, so I will keep that. I don't know if anybody noticed this as I was kind of going back and forth. So I did throw up a 1971 here. It does have a lower mintage, about 27 million. I haven't decided whether I'm going to keep it or not, so that's why I didn't really mention it, but it's a little bit rough shape as well, so I may just toss it back in by the end of the video. But anyway, for now, I'll set it up there and make a decision by the end of the video, or who knows, I can always call things later. So, all right, we are on roll 19, and we have one here. I forgot to edge hunt this one when I pulled it out, so right at the very end is a 12-sided King George the Sixth head. And let's just flip her over to see what we got here. Oh, it's a 1947. So, of course, there's some variation. There's a variation with a maple leaf. There's something there beside that 47. So let's just pull this up on here. Take a look at what we've got. Okay. Looks like some kind of die clash or some type of mark there, maybe after mint mark damage. But yeah, the dot, so the valuable one that we're looking for would have a dot right at the bottom of the 7 there. So And then, of course, there's a version with the maple leaf as well. So this is just a regular 1947, but I will take it. That's awesome. And we'll stick that up with the rest. Okay, moving on. I'll remember to try and check those edges. Look for those 12-sided coins next time. Right, we are on roll 27 by the looks of it there, and I thought I'd bring you in for this one. I've already found one of these, but I did find another 2001 no P, so you can see there's no mint mark on the bottom there, and it is a 2001. So I'll set that up with the other one up here. I pulled out a couple lower mintage ones. Again, I'll go through and just take the best of those. They're about 27 million, most of those. And anyway, I'll bring it back if I find anything else. Roll 33 and 32, and we have another find here. So I found a 2000p. So if I flip this over, you'll see that is a 2000, and it's got the P mint mark on the back. So it's a little scratched up, certainly not mint state. I don't even know if it qualifies as a AU, but anyway, it's the first one I found, actually, so I will set that aside as part of my collection, and we'll keep looking. Bring you back when I find something. Just the very next roll here, and we're on roll 33, and I did find another young head. So this is, let's take a look here, 1964. So let's look for the extra water line. No, I don't see anything there, and there's no spitting queen. So, all right, set that one aside. All right, roll 36, and we've got another find here. I just opened up this clear plastic one, and you can see here the 12-sided coin on both, was a 4 in from the end. So let's pull that one out and see what we've got here. All right, looks like a young head. And it's a 1960, so a higher mintage year. Nothing too special about that, but I will set it aside. It is a 12-sided coin. Don't see those too often. I did keep this one back from earlier, one of my earlier rolls. It is another 2000 P mint mark, so I will set that with the other one up here. And yeah, I'll go through the rest of this roll, and I'll bring you in if I find anything. All right, we are on roll 40 here, and I just got to the end of this roll, and I found, actually I had to go into my collection and grab a near 6 because they're so hard to tell. But this is, so this is the one I found, the one on the bottom here. So let me just move those up a little bit. So I think I have a far 6 here for the 1996. That's the one I found, and then the one on top, I believe, is the near 6. So I'll let you guys be the judge, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a far 6. That's definitely further away than the one on top. So it's not as expensive or not worth as much as the attached 6 is, but that far 6 version is worth a little bit more. So yeah, so I think we got a find there. So that's excellent. I'll stick that in the collection, and I'll bring you in. I got 10 more rolls to go here, so let's see if we can find some good stuff in those last 10 rolls. All right, we are on roll 34, and I just went to pour this one out, and I realized there is a young head on the back here, on the end. So we've got a potential find in there. It's pretty worn, so we'll open this on camera, and yeah, closing it faster than I'm opening it. All right, I think we've got that open. Let's dump that out and see what we end up with here. Yeah. So what happened to that young head? Oh, there it is there. Okay, so it's 1963. I don't believe there's anything. There's a double 3 that is we can look for on this one. So let's just take a look. Doubling on the 3, I don't see anything there. So I'm not sure if that's a lower mintage. 44 million of those, so probably won't keep it. It's not in the greatest shape anyway. But I will bring you back in if there is anything else in here. All right, so just a few down in that roll. I just gone through a few here. There is another find here, 2001. It's not the greatest shape, but it is a no P. So I will set that aside. I got 3 of those up there now. And while we're here, let's just go through this roll together. We've got a couple finds in it already, so make sure I'm actually pointed at the coins. It's a little bit tough to get used to with this camera, because of course the lens is at the far end of the camera, 1984 US. So I'm kind of thinking I'm pointed at it, and then it's actually not. So 2001, that's a P. And that's right. Once again, I don't know if I was centered there or not, but anyway, nothing else in there. So we've got 6 more rolls to go. So I'll bring you back in if I find something. All right, we're on the very next roll, and I just pulled it out, just pulled the tape back, and I noticed right on the end there is another 12-sided coin. So I think that's the only one in there. Yeah. So let's just pull this one out and see what it is. 1961, that'll be young head. Yeah, so fairly high mintage year, is 12-sided, but I'll set it aside. It's also a little beat up, so whether that one stays in the collection, I don't know, but for now, I'll set it up there, and I'll bring you in if I find something else. All right, we are done. Box is empty. So didn't get a whole lot of finds, but we've got a few here, so I'll just run through them. We've got a 1939, 1947, 1960, 61, and a 96. So the 96 is the far 6, as you would have seen in the earlier video. The other ones are just 12-sided that I'm keeping, plus of course the 39. And then we have 2 2000 Ps. So you can see I flipped the one over to show the P, and I've got 3 of the 2001 no Ps. The one at the top there is a little scratched up. Whether he's worth keeping, I'm not sure, but for now I will. And then we've got 1966 and a 1997. They're both about 27 million minted. They're in okay shape. I did have 2 1971s that I pulled out. They're both scratched up and some big gouges across the obverse, so decided not to keep those. And then I did get a bunch of the US coins. Nothing, they're all modern. No excitement there at all. But I'll hang on to those, throw those in with the rest of my US stuff, and take those across, get rid of them when I get to cross the border sometime. So I don't know if this is going to be enough footage to make a decent video or not. We'll see. If you see there's more video coming up, then that means I probably decided to marry another box into this. So hopefully this worked out all right. I definitely think the phone works much better. It really kind of adjusts to those close-up shots way quicker than my camera did. So I will probably continue to use the phone. I just got to get used to looking at the phone rather than around the phone. So there's a couple spots there I know where I was looking at the coins, but the camera was pointed way off to the other side. So those are the 1971s I pulled out there. So I'll get used to looking at the phone now that I can actually see through, it's a bigger viewfinder on the back of this camera as well, or on the back of the phone. And anyway, yeah, so that seemed to work out all right. Hopefully the volume was good, and hopefully this records properly and produces out properly. Otherwise, I'll have to switch back to the camera. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. Please remember to like and subscribe. And this is Great White Northerner, and have a great one. Take care.